I'm Sid, and these are my best friends. My mom, Kim, my dad, Ty, my sister, Maddie, and our salty dog, Stella. We started our adventure refitting a Lagoon 450 before taking on the massive project of resurrecting a sunken 2021 Leopard 50. It's been one heck of a ride, but we're on this adventure to die with memories, not dreams, and live dauntless.
Really? All right, before it gets too loud here in the yard, we are walking over to our old Lagoon 450.
This is so weird.
Funny story. So, you know that we sold the Lagoon to a Colorado couple. Very funny. And they cruised the Bahamas last season and they really enjoyed it. But they decided that boat life just wasn't for them. To each their own. They like to go and charter, they like to have short stints, but
you might see them on our boat in the future.
Right? But Scott and Carrie decided that they really preferred RV life. So they went back to their RV and they sold the Lagoon 450. Now, here's where the funny part comes in. We had some friends from Colorado from our food truck life that came down and visited, just random. They happened to be in Florida and said, hey, we want to stop by and see you. And they talked over dinner about boat life and what it's like, and they
were not looking for a boat. They just thought it was cool what we were doing and wanted to come visit until they figured out that our old boat was for sale.
And they went home back to Colorado, and they decided this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and Ty's old boat is for sale. And if I buy any boat, that would be the boat that I want. So they did. So our friends, Andrew and Nina from Colorado, have purchased our old Lagoon 450, and we're gonna help them splash the boat in the water and get into a slip over at the marina. So, thought we'd take you along.
So
and they'll be our new boat neighbors.
And they don't know anything about sailing. They do have a captain coming, so
yes.
They do, and we will of course help them and all of that fun stuff. But yeah, their adventure starts today, and we get to help launch another new adventure on our old boat. So it's pretty cool.
It's pretty exciting. Yeah. So let's go check it out. All right, Andrew.
This is Andrew, everybody.
This is Andrew. He
nice
is the proud owner. So tell us your boat name.
It's Locura, L-O-C-U-R-A.
And what does it mean?
Craziness in English.
and why did you name her that?
Because I visited you January 30th, and you said the old boat was for sale, and I bought it.
Well, there you go.
And it's just craziness.
Yeah, 60 days later, we're moving it.
And you're going in the water.
In the water, we're gonna splash.
Are you excited?
Super excited.
Are you nervous?
Yeah.
Good. That's healthy.
You should ask Nina.
Yeah. All right, let's go meet Nina. All right, guys, this is Nina. Hello. Nina is the proud owner of, tell us your boat name.
Locura.
Locura. And what does it mean?
Craziness.
And why did you name it Craziness?
Because that's us, and we had no idea we were going to be buying your guys' old boat, but we're so very excited.
All right, so today's exciting. Are you nervous?
Very nervous.
Good, that's healthy.
Very
it's okay.
nervous.
But we're here, we're gonna help you out.
Yay!
Yay!
Thank
This
you
is
guys
exciting.
so much.
All right, let's get splashed.
Let's splash.
It happened. Really fast.
All right, so this is Andrew's first day of in the water and boat repair. So we're getting ready to go in, and we check the bottom as always before we go in the water. And on survey, what was missed is the bottom of these rudders were cracked. But we don't want to get them wet, and the boat's been out of the water for a while now.
Yep.
So they're nice and dry, which means we can repair them. But we need to drop them so that we can fix them. Now we still have 2 engines, and we can still motor, so we're still going to go over and get fuel for them, put them in the slip, but we're going to leave the rudders here on shore. So right now we're going to disconnect them, drop them out while we're in the travel lift, because these rudders are 6.5 feet tall. We'll be able to pick us up, pull the rudders out, and then we'll continue mission from that point on and look at repairing them a little later today.
So without rudders, how are you going to maneuver out of the slip over to the fuel dock and then into the marina slip?
I'm going to will it to happen. We have 2 engines and 2 propellers, so we're good. It's like driving a tank. Besides, at low speed, we don't use the rudders anyway. We use 2 engine maneuvering at low speed. There you go.
Watch your hand as it comes down on the bottom side. And that's that.
That's it?
That's it. Number 1 done.
I love being a boat owner.
Like here?
Yep. And you can hold on to the bottom if that helps and just push up. Clear your fingers, clear your fingers. There you go. You're on the ground, pal.
Secret places hidden well. I go now as far as I can tell. All I know is I'm on my way to become a poor excuse of a better one. I've come to realize time goes by on its own. I am stuck here without a home.
Cracked up all the way the face of the rudder. Oh shit. Cracked out the top.
You want to mark a P or something on one of them?
Yeah, starboard is fucked up.
Starboard is fucked up. There you go.
Actually, I marked S and P on top of them last time.
Oh, look at you go being all smarty pants.
With my family I am bound. Stick to them until I'm in the ground. All I know is I'm on my way to become.
All right, guys, we got our friends Andrew and Nina all set here in their slip at the marina, and they've got some pretty cool neighbors. We get to have them as neighbors for just about a week or so, and then they'll move into their slip down at the other end of the dock. So we are going to move the boat for them one more time, and hopefully that all works out in a timeline to be able to get the rudders fixed and ready to go back in their holes. So we'll keep you updated on that too. Anyway, they're here, they're set, they're learning the boat, and they are super excited.
You see how fucked this is?
Yep.
We're not going to save any of this shit.
Okay.
Okay? But what we want to do is, can you hear how this is hard?
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's- That's dead. This is delaminated. So what happens is as it breaks, it kind of shatters all the fibers,
Okay.
and then it deadens the sound. Okay? So, and we know damage and then feather back into the glass because we want to make a taper. So imagine the glass is this thick. We want to taper it back like this far. Like
Okay.
a little shallow slope from nothing to full thickness.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So it's going to look like this. So this is all solid resin that was in there.
Uh-huh.
Probably from, I rebuilt the skin on one of these. This is probably from the repair they did in the islands. So you hear that? See how
That's
it's
bad.
dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's all broken. So what we're gonna do is, you just kind of open up the space back to where the damage is at, okay?
Okay.
Cut it open, and then you want to, on the face skin, sand off any white, okay? And if it chases up into here,
It's fine.
it is what it is, because we're gonna rebuild it again, okay?
Okay.
And then what we're gonna do is, after you grind all this out, you can see where this is at.
Uh-huh.
Just give it a cut like here, cut it to there.
Okay.
And then see if it's loose underneath it there. Just keep cutting pieces back. And then what we'll probably do is come in here and pry some of this out
Okay.
and figure out what the extent of the damage is.
I'm gonna grind this out. Alright, so here's the update. Need to cut this back all the way along this line and make it look rounded, both sides.
Now who's playing with epoxy, huh? You making a charcuterie board?
I am. Alright, tell them what you did.
I helped put on the fiberglass with epoxy. Let me help you with my makeup light. There we go. Show that fiberglass epoxy works.
So Andrew and Nina have taken it upon themselves to learn as much as they can about fiberglass and fairing and sanding and grinding and fixing these rudders instead of paying to have someone else do it for them. So they're gonna tell us what they've learned. All right, guys, you started this process and you were pretty freaked out because, well, there were holes in your rudders.
Yeah?
So you are now to the point of barrier coat. That's where you're at now.
Yep.
How do you feel after going through this process? Is it as big of a deal as you thought it was when it all happened?
Yes and no. Once you break it down into smaller jobs, I think it's more manageable. But just thinking about everything that we've already done, it's definitely been a process. Thank you guys for your guidance. We'd never be able to do it without that. But what do you think?
Just trust the process
Yeah.
and follow the steps, and it's simple.
Ship at it. The
Yeah.
hardest thing is waiting.
It's a waiting game, that's for sure.
It is. It is.
Other than that, as long as you have time and patience and willing to learn, I mean, heck, I did it.
Right? I mean, so I guess the moral of the story is you guys came into this with no boating experience,
Correct.
no fiberglass experience, no, I mean, obviously you've had houses before, so you've done things to houses and whatnot, but this was something that you had to learn kind of some nuances of a skill set that you didn't have before.
Right.
So if
In the
something,
moment.
correct, if something comes up in the future, are you going to feel quite as overwhelmed as you did when this happened to begin with?
No, not at all.
So if you were going to give a lesson or a tip to a new boat owner, what would you say? Would you say pay someone to do it, or would you say you need to figure it out?
Figure
Figure it out. Figure it out. It's going to save you a lot of money in the long run, and if you
It'll
have
be more
time and
time.
patience,
Yep.
Well, and you
that's-
learn.
You're on the boat. You're learning.
And you
that's
learn.
the whole purpose of buying the boat is to fix it and learn it and live it and know
Yeah.
it.
Now we can apply these to other parts of the boat should it be necessary.
That's correct.
Yeah. All right, it's the last day painting the rudders.
Yeah, the boat's going to move. You're holding on to a moving object.
Right.
All right, Andrew, you did it start to finish. You took them out, you fixed them, and you put them back in. How does it feel?
Amazing.
Yeah? Yeah? Do you feel like you accomplished something major on a boat that you have had no idea what to do?
I did. I sure did. With your guys' helps and with everybody's help, it's smooth,
Transition.
All right, so you've got the captain coming in a couple of days, and you guys are going to take this boat out and learn.
Yes, finally.
All right, let's get her back in the water. So exciting. We got it.